Did you know Delaware is the second smallest state, has the fewest counties of any state, and was the very first state to ratify the US Constitution?
It's also one of only 5 states with no national parks.
Welcome, everyone, and get ready to dive deep into the fascinating state of Delaware, a place often called the first state for a very good reason.
Delaware's nickname isn't just a catchy phrase,
It's a title earned through a pivotal moment in American history. On December 7, 1787, Delaware became the first of the 13 original colonies to ratify the United States Constitution.
This bold move set the precedent for the other states to follow, essentially giving birth to the nation as we know it today.
Imagine the scene in Dover back then, delegates gathering, the weight of a new nation on their shoulders, and Delaware stepping up to say, "Yes, we believe in this." This act cemented its place in history forever. A small state making a monumental impact. So, how many people call this historic state home? As of the latest estimates, Delaware's population is just over 1 million people.
While that might not sound like a lot compared to giants like California or Texas, it's actually one of the most densely populated states in the country. This is because all those people are living in a relatively small area.
Delaware covers just under 2,500 square miles, making it the second smallest state by land area, right after Rhode Island. To put that in perspective, you could fit Delaware into the state of Alaska over 170 times.
When you think of cities in Delaware, you might immediately think of Wilmington or the capital, Dover. But how many cities and towns are actually in the state?
Delaware has a total of 57 incorporated municipalities.
Wilmington is the largest and most populous city, a major hub for finance and banking.
In fact, due to its business-friendly corporate laws, more than 60% of all Fortune 500 companies are incorporated in Delaware.
That's why you often hear it called the corporate capital of the world. Then you have Dover, the state capital, which is rich in history and home to the Dover Air Force Base. Other notable places include Newark, home to the University of Delaware, and the beautiful coastal towns like Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach, which we'll talk more about in a bit. Speaking of the coast, let's explore what makes Delaware famous beyond its corporate and historical significance. First and foremost, its beaches. The Delaware coastline is a major draw for tourists from all over the mid-Atlantic region. Places like Rehoboth Beach, often called the nation's summer capital, offer a classic boardwalk experience with shots, food, and family fun. Huey Beach is famous for its vibrant nightlife and water sports, while Fenwick Island provides a quieter, more family-oriented beach experience. These coastal areas are not just for summer fun, they are critical habitats for wildlife and a huge part of the state's identity. Another thing Delaware is famous for is its tax-free shopping.
That's right, there is no state or local sales tax in Delaware.
This makes it a shopping paradise, attracting people from neighboring states like Pennsylvania, Maryland, and New Jersey to its malls and outlets. The Christiana Mall, for example, is one of the premier shopping destinations on the East Coast, and people will literally plan road trips just to take advantage of the savings.
It's a significant boost to the state's economy and a major perk for residents and visitors alike.
Now, let's talk about some unique Delaware culture.
Have you ever heard of pumpkin chunking? For many years, this was Delaware's most famous and quirky event.
It was a championship competition where teams would build massive contraptions like trebuchets, catapults, and giant air cannons with the sole purpose of launching a pumpkin as far as possible.
It was a wild mix of engineering, competition, and pure messy fun that drew huge crowds. While the official event has been on hiatus, its legend lives on as a perfect example of Delaware's unique and slightly eccentric character. The state is also known for its strong connection to the DuPont family.
The DuPonts were a prominent family of French-American industrialists who founded the DuPont Company, a chemical and science giant.
Their influence is still seen all over the state, especially in the Brandywine Valley. You can visit incredible estates and gardens that were once their homes, like the Winterthur Museum, Garden and Library, which houses an unparalleled collection of American decorative arts, and the stunning Longwood Gardens, which, while technically just across the border in Pennsylvania, is deeply associated with the DuPont legacy and a popular trip for Delawareans.
These places offer a glimpse into a lavish past and are now beautiful public spaces for everyone to enjoy.
Let's not forget about the food. Delaware has its own culinary claims to fame.
Scrap pork is a big one.
It's a breakfast meat made from pork scraps and trimmings combined with cornmeal and spices, then formed into a loaf, sliced and pan-fried.
It might sound a little strange, but for many in the region, it's a beloved, crispy, and savory breakfast staple. And with its long coastline, fresh seafood is a must. Blue crabs are particularly popular, often steamed and seasoned with Old Bay. And you can't talk about Delaware beaches without mentioning Doll's Candyland and its famous saltwater taffy and caramel corn, a boardwalk tradition for over 90 years.
Delaware is also a state of surprising natural beauty.
Beyond the sandy beaches, it's home to numerous state parks and wildlife refuges. The Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge is a vast expanse of tidal salt marsh that is a critical stopover for migratory birds along the Atlantic Flyway. Birdwatchers flock there to see snow geese, ducks, shorebirds, and bald eagles. Trap Pond State Park in the southern part of the state is another gem, offering a chance to kayak or canoe through the northernmost natural stand of bald cypress trees in the United States. It feels like you've been transported to a southern swamp, a truly unique and beautiful landscape. So, to recap, we have the first state to ratify the Constitution, a corporate haven for Fortune 500 companies, a tax-free shopping paradise, beautiful beaches, quirky traditions like pumpkin launching, the legacy of the DuPont family, and delicious local food. For a small state, Delaware packs a mighty punch and offers a surprising amount of history, culture, and natural beauty. It's a state of contrasts, a place where quiet colonial history meets the fast-paced world of corporate finance, and where peaceful wildlife refuges are just a short drive from bustling summer boardwalks. It truly is a small wonder, as its other nickname suggests. Thanks for joining me on this tour of the first state.
I hope you learned something new and have a newfound appreciation for all that Delaware has to offer.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next adventure.
We're heading next door to explore the Keystone State, Pennsylvania.
See you then.